I'm live here, right, enjoying myself as usual. And I tell you what, happy Friday, everyone. And today, I thought enjoy the trimmer, is it? Martin Koyabe, welcome to my Friday. Habari gani? Leo ni kukata nyasi, angalia hii maneno. Unaonaje hii maneno mzuri? Hakuna hii mambo ya kuchoka hapa. Sharif Abdullah, karibu. Welcome. Taking a break and just enjoying this You want to see my face? All right, African Wonder Woman. Enjoy your afternoon and enjoy yourself. Yeah. The mower does most of the cutting, so you just go into the house and the mower moves. Yes. I'll tell you later that question. Where am I? I'm not telling you where I am. I'm just here enjoying to look at this mower. It knows where to cut, and it just goes around, and there you see. So it knows it's reached, and then it turns. It goes round and round. It knows when it reaches a hitch or anything. No one is controlling it. You just switch it on and it decides to go and cut anywhere it feels like, and just continues and Karibu. Nitakupigia simu, nipatie about dakika 20, nitatembea hapa alafu nitakupigia. But simu yako haifanyi kazi Koyabe. So lazima mtu akupigie na internet. So what a wonderful tool to have. Kenyan style. What are you trying to say now, Mr. Dr. Koyabe? Hebu stop that. Stop that. When you see this field, would you cope? How long would it take you to cut Kenyan style like that? That is why I'm saying this lovely machine, mower. You just go and have your breakfast and come and look what has been happening, and things are good. Unaonaje hiyo maneno? Koyabe, Dr. Koyabe. Sharif David, thank you. Tonyamaka, Princess Warrior Tonyamaka, hey, Africa needs this, oh. I'm telling you, Africa needs this, oh. I've seen it before somewhere, and so today I've decided to take a break and look at it. Just demonstrate what we are missing sometimes, and I'm gonna walk down the place. And so when Dr. Koyabe is asking me why am I not doing it Kenyan style, no farmer, let me tell you the truth, no farmer would manage, because remember here there is not many people around who live around here, so you would need to think about technology, and it goes round and round the whole place, and it cuts. It cuts. So initially they used to have farm, maybe you hire somebody, but can you imagine if you had a field and a big space, garden and everything, and grass grows everywhere? So that is why this kind of technology comes in. So you can see the field right at the back down there. So when someone says to you, oh, go and cut and do it our way back home is quite a hard task. And so they have little machines like this. You can see there's another one there. There's two, but the other one is not working. So they just have, so anyway, I just thought I'll do that. I'll just do this little walk and watch it. So welcome to my world. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It is grass, and they've got different blades. So grass is grass, that's what I've learned. They've got, I'm not too sure whether this is where they power, but maybe in Africa we have to think about the infrastructure as well. I'm going to ask that question later on, whether the power is coming from home and how that, I'm going to ask, hold on. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But look, that's the other one over here. So you can see. So, but that's not being powered. So it's just this one. You can see it just walks around and it just goes around. So when you come in and you see that the grass is low and everything, you can see. So enjoy yourself. Happy. Look at that. Let's see whether it will know. Let's see whether it's gonna know. Oh wow, it sensed. There's a tree there. Can you see? It sensed that. So yes. But there you go. I love bringing you on to different things every day. And where am I? I shall tell you later. Don't worry. I'll tell you later. Thank you so much for all the questions. Do I need a remote control? No, Tonyamaka. You don't even have to be here. You just go inside the house and you switch it on. Here it is. It just passes me. And it just goes round, as you can see. So it's already been set. So you just, and it knows its little brother over there. So it just moves. So I'm going back to the house because it's getting windy. But I just thought, oh yeah, so okay, oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can see there's grass, there's flowers that has been planted over there, and it knows not to go there. It senses because there's flowers over there. So it just only cuts the grass and nothing else. But you can see there was flowers over here, and it touched that. It literally touched that, and it decided, no, I'm not going to go and cut that, because that's one of the fears that somebody would have. Oh, what if it goes and cuts all the flowers? No. So it's an interesting little mower. It's a very interesting little mower. But there you go. So I thought, let me bring that in, and I'm going to go and wear my it's quite windy, and I'm gonna go and wear my welly boots, and you can see it's quite windy. So I thought, let me just quickly bring you here and show you. Oh, another thing, another technology. This is really interesting. Now look at this one here. So this is how they charge their cars. So from this little window over here, can you see? Little old window. I've got a story for it. Don't ask me to show you inside there, but there you are. So I'm gonna go just in case. And so they power, you can see, from there you just power the car. So it uses solar power. The car uses solar. So they're quite energy efficient here. Now, it does have diesel for emergency. So the car also uses diesel, but most of the time just solar. So transferring solar to the car, and you do it from home. So, okay, Vincent, I'll tell you more about it. I'll tell you more about it. I'm in the rural side, so I'll tell you more about that one. When I'm in London again, I'll let you know. Yeah, so I'm here. Let me just walk you around. Oh yeah, I was telling you about this. Sorry, I was telling you more about this. So now, fueling. So come back last night, and you just leave it there. By the time you come back, you slept, and the car is recharged using solar. Yeah, so it's quite interesting technology over there. So you imagine how much more can happen in Africa. When we keep complaining about this diesel and problems of I don't know what. But if the infrastructure again was right and there was electricity everywhere in the house, this is the kind of things we would be thinking about. We wicked here, so you understand why I really love my... And thank you to Chelsea who gave me that present. I love it, love it, love it. So this is, you can see, so I'm gonna come down and do my thing. So you imagine, so you bring this kind of mower machine in all these fields and you just leave it there. So that is how they are able to maintain sometimes this kind of places. Yeah, it's a big, large farm. I can't even walk it. The other day I tried. If you go to my Facebook, I did try and tell the story, but I'm not walking it up there because I'm not dressed warm right now. So yeah, the questions are coming in. How do you empty it? You don't have. I didn't see any empty thing. Warrior Tony Amaka, it just cuts, and I'll ask that question later on. I'll ask. So I'm coming back. So yes, but it reminds me of my childhood, which is would remind many of us. But amazing views here. Princess Tony Amaka, around July, I'm hoping to, hopefully when it's warmer, bring everybody so we can see such things. Making a proposal for it. It's not easy. They're used to a very quiet life, and yeah, we are used to good quiet life, and it's not that straightforward. But anyway, here you go. It's very, very interesting. When I say interesting, I mean that. But loving. So yeah. Question again. You need one for the primary and secondary school. Okay, thank you. Okay, what's this here? Water. You remember?
It's just a pump full of water.
It's a pump for the water, yeah? Okay. Showing around.
That's how they got the water.
Okay. So this is how you got the water. Do you remember borehole? So it goes right into the house, yeah?
And then it goes for the dairy.
Yeah?
All the water for the dairy.
Okay, come, let me see. There are one question coming out. I just decided to share it. I know you said you allowed me to share today. So what I'm asking is, somebody is asking me, does the mower need to be emptied?
No, the mower is a rotary mower, and it goes where it is now is where its charging point is. So when the battery gets 3/4 low, it goes back home and charges itself up. It only has a very small razor blade, but because it's cutting all the time, it doesn't need a big blade, and it's only very small bits of grass that gets cut that just disappear into the ground. No catching at all.
Okay, but is it a good, like the grass? Because somebody was also asking me, and I did answer that earlier on, saying because it just cuts grass. Does it have different blades?
It's got different heights, but
okay, that's what I meant. Different heights, yeah.
It doesn't need it because every time it's cutting it.
Yeah, but it's here. But in Africa, in Kenya, say for example, you are in Kenya, and is it the different heights that controls how it goes up? And is it able to cut the grass back?
Well, you may have to cut it with a machine, a petrol well first, but once it's cut, and once you get it going 24/7, the grass never gets very high before it cuts it again.
Oh, got you. Okay. So you've got your answers there. Vincent, thank you so much. That's the answer there. So it doesn't need emptying. So thank you so much, Tonya Maka says this is beautiful. May God punish poverty. Yes, and I think we should add there and say ignorance. Some goats on the farm and grass will be cut the Kenyan way. Oh yes, Koyabe says that we keep farm animals, so we get the goats and the goats keeps our grass. Yes, but how many people have got goats and sheep these days and cuckoos and everything? So that's the question I put back. Sharif, many thanks for all of you. Right, I'm gonna go indoors. I'm getting now cold. And thank you so much for coming in. Have a lovely, wonderful weekend as well. And I'm having my lovely weekend, as you can see. So I'm going to enjoy myself. And oh, look at how I get to open these days. So yes, so people are always asking, and I'll have a cup of tea. I'll have my cup of tea here. I'll have a cup of tea now. Yes, very traditional. So this is sometimes how I love to enjoy myself. Yes, and just have a lovely weekend, everyone. And yes, July, definitely, by His grace. If not July, maybe next year, working on a proposal to bring you here. And thank you so much for everybody who's been supportive and just said, please welcome us to say, it's not easy to think through the process, because one of the things I'll tell you. So for instance, you're only allowed 28 days in the farmhouse to bring tents and camps, 28 days in a year. So this is also something that people wouldn't realize. So 28 days. And if you're trying to earn money as an income to bring people in, it has to be sustainable. So one of the things that sometimes you see that people refuse to bring people, especially when it's our people, if you ask them to sort of like contribute something to come in and live here, they don't want to, and yet it's taking a day of a wage, so it becomes unsustainable. And that is why you see sometimes farmers are quite they refuse to bring anyone who is not offering anything to come in, and because you have to live and pay the bills. As you can see, the houses need warming. I'll show you the fireplace in a minute. Right, the fire is just been set. So I'll show you the fireplace in a minute, but I'll send a photo because I like to keep the privacy sometimes in the living room. So I'll send a photo. But if you go in, you'll see these. It's quite interesting here. So you've got it all. Compare it with City Life. Both of them are good. And questions are coming in. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm not able to answer all the questions. Sorry, I'm just trying to read the questions. Kettle is on. The kettle is here. Solar powered as well. So it's solar powered. I'm cold. My hands are just cold. And I really wanted to show you that. And yesterday, if you went in, you will have seen the ships, which I was running to feed and everything. So, karibuni, welcome. Can you hear that sound? So sometimes farmers will complain there's no space in the kitchen because you've got many doors in the kitchen. So you can see how many doors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can't really, anyway, that's another story for another day. What should we talk about? Someone is asking me, when do I plan to bring people here? I've already answered that. I was thinking maybe when it's warm, a little bit warm. July tends to be warm. But also that would depend with the dates and if there's no bookings. Usually there's wedding bookings and stuff like that. So if there's no booking, then that is a good time to come in. I was hoping for a camp, but that's not possible because we've used up all the, so it's probably for camping next year. But just for a day's visitors day, and perhaps we could arrange that. So yeah, we'll talk about that. Anyway, so how do you empty it? It doesn't need emptying, does it? The mower, does it need emptying?
No, it just cuts. It never needs emptying because the grass is always short when it's cut.
Aha, so it doesn't need emptying. Stephen Kigwa, welcome. Helen Hatim, welcome. Women Change Makers. And of course, Professor Ima Fidon, you've missed that. I'll have to do that for you again. You were talking of here, Dave. Come. I need to show Professor the mower here. Hold this for me. Hold it there. Just hold it there. Just on one side there. Professor needs to see if the mower. No, don't show them the car. I don't want to show them there. Just hold it there. Hold it there. I love my privacy sometimes, but I just thought I have to show them that more. So I need to show Professor that more because he talks about learning. And 1 minute, just on there. 1 minute, I'm coming. Oh, that was lovely English lunch. All right, let me show Professor. Right, you make the tea. I'm coming. 2 minutes. 1 minute. Right, I'm going to put my African drum in the garden as well. It needs a space in the garden. So I've carried my... Oh. Can you hear that sound? The kettle is getting hot. So that will normally tell me, there is my... Listen. Thank you. And I've got a sweet tooth. I'm coming. Right, 1 minute. 1 minute. Mind, I'm in the garden. I'm just putting the sign there. I'm in the garden. So, I'm coming. Right, Professor, this you must see. I've just had to go outside for you again. I'd already shown the others. So look at this, Professor, when you're teaching the children to be creative. And look at this lovely, I know you know about it, but it's just a little impressive. More than impressive. Look at that, Professor. None of that hard work, Professor. I know you like all these things. So I just went in there to show you. And those who've joined in, Comfort, Timothy, Professor, yes, thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Look, it's sensed. Right, where is my little drum? Here it is. Here's my little drum. It's going in that garden. Huh? Oh yeah, you were asking me the motor here. Okay, look at that. So that's the blade. So, and then it will cut it. Okay, there it is. It's been stopped. So you can stop it as well. So that was a demonstration. Okay. Then it will sense once, and then you just start. There you are. Right. Start it. You just power it. There you go.
It's upside down.
Upside down. You can see.
It knows it was
so
upside
it
down.
knows it was upside down. The little machine knows it was upside down. Okay, my drum. My African little drum. I'm finding its space, but I don't want it to be rained on. So just to show you what I get up to sometimes. Aha! Now understand. That is my grandmother who gave me that. It looks nice in the farm. But I'll show you something else as well. So, yeah, it's not raining, so I'll dry it. You see? You see. Haha. African drum. I think it needs a nice space. So, what do I get up to? Yes, this is what I get up to. Has it started? Oh yeah, it's starting. There you go now. It will carry on. For how long does it need to go on?
All day long. When the battery gets low, it goes back to its battery charger, sits there till it's fully charged, and then goes and does its work again. It works on little and often.
Okay, so it's just battery recharge. Okay, wonderful. There you are. Right, my cup of tea now, please. I'm going for a cup of tea. So thank you, Chris Pro. I just thought I'll bring you back to that. And I'm back. And then so when you see me bringing these African things from back home sometimes, then you understand why. Right. Enjoy. Enjoy. Somebody said enjoy. And you too, have a lovely weekend. Right, I brought it back. So now, Stephen Kigwa, lovely to see you, and thank you so much for the inspiration and mentorship that you give to people. I have followed some of your things that you speak about for the youth. So, and of course, Helena team, thank you for the programs that you also do. So Catherine Gila, karibu sana. Welcome as well. So, what am I gonna talk about today? What have I been up to? Hold on just there. I'm gonna get my book. Where is that book that we were talking about? It's in the living room. You know, the book for the ship. I want to show you what I was reading. And, I know what I'm going to talk about. Hold on. Right, I'm going to sit in my favorite position. I like sitting. When I sit, I always sit facing the door. So, I'm going to talk about, your one and only Juliet Macapila, African Wonder Woman. And I'm going to talk about, this is what I'm going to talk about today. I printed this specifically to take it to London as well. So it says, do you want to read this for people? Please help me read. No, come and read it. Come and read this. Let people just hear your voice. Right, help me read this. Read this.
Go placidly.
Hold on, we'll start in a minute. So, where is your cup of tea? I'm not having a cup of tea in that cup. You know the cup I love. The one that, where is the other one? Thank you very much. Thank you. And my saucer. Right, this is what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to get him to read it. I read this, or I saw it as well, and thank you so much for sharing this. I'm going to be reading it. Just give me a few minutes, make a cup of tea. And in the meantime, keep asking the question. Says Seth, the word Seth, asante sana, karibu sana, and it's good to see you here. Right, computer, hold on. Hey, my goodness me. Karibuni. Hang on. No, I'm not going to do that. Not yet. I don't know if that you can read this, but we're going to read it. And that's what I'm going to be speaking about this afternoon in a few minutes. I'm also going to be speaking about a book. Many thanks for that. Thank you. I'm going to get him to help me. Darren, welcome. Thank you so much for following this journey for the last 3 days. Today is the third day. And no, the book. Bring me the book. The book that I wanted. You know the book? I want to share that story from the book. Thank you very much. Now, today, I'm going to be reading some lovely verses for you that sometimes I get on with. And I recommend, if you haven't got this book, to get that book. Buddhism for Sheep, illustrated by Chris Rindles. I repeat, I don't know if you can see that. Buddhism for Sheep. So I'm into all these...
terms with all persons, exactly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially...
Be yourself. That's why I said I'll talk to you today. Be yourself. That's why I picked up this topic, yeah? So my topic here today is be yourself.
Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass.
That's why I was showing you the grass. So understand, when I show you something, there is a reason for it. Go ahead.
Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth.
Gracefully surrendering, yeah.
The things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit.
Nurture strength of spirit. Hear me out. Nurture spirit of
strength of spirit.
To
shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not stress yourself with imaging. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself.
Be gentle with yourself. Everyone, thank you so much for that.
You are a child of the universe.
You are the child of the universe.
No less than the trees and the stars.
No less than the trees and the stars.
You have a right to be here.
You have a right to be here, everyone.
And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is as unfolding as it should.
Thank you.
Therefore be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labours and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul.
Keep peace with your soul.
With all its sham, drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world.
It is still a beautiful world, everybody.
Be careful and strive to be happy.
Be careful and strive to be happy. And this was written in 1692, everyone. So I printed it specifically because I felt that I wanted to share that with you today. So thank you so much. I hope it picks something with you today, and I'm absolutely delighted to be sharing that. So I've seen that and I thought, you know what, sharing and learning with one another. Now, I was just about, before I leave, if you would like, if you can, it's quite a simple book, but it's also very, I keep loads of books. So it's also another interesting book. And just forget maybe, so it's just Buddhism for ships. And if you followed my story, Daryl will have seen the ships yesterday when I went there. And let's see. Okay, I've just picked randomly a page. And this is the page that my fingers have picked today. There are two ways of looking. A right way and a wrong way. So that's the message for today. There are two ways of looking. A right way and a wrong way. So, interesting. So, somebody says do another page. Right, I'm not too sure. First of all, what I really like about this book is, hold on, I'll show you, is where it brings in the, okay, the content is living. And what attracted me to this book was when I saw foolish thinking. And I also like the bit about enlightenment. And also, I love the reality. So, but you know, being a woman as well, I thought, oh lady, I thought, foolish thinking. Let me think. Let me see this book. You know, that's the first thing you pick, and then the second one was enlightenment, and I love everything about enlightenment. And if you can see, some of the things I talk about is, you know, what is an enlightenment and everything. So let's go to page. Okay, somebody says, what is foolish thinking? At page 29. Okay, help me out here, page 29. Right. So I'm just sharing my Friday for those who are watching. Page 29. So I'll go for page. Okay. Hold on. Foolish thinking. So it starts off with a sheep. It's a book about sheep. So. Wolf. So yesterday I was we'll go for this one. Page 30 shows that, and I'll just do one page. Page 31 says, do not spread news if you are uncertain of its truth. So that's page 31. Sorry, do not spread news if you are uncertain of its truth. And many a times people will always just see something and then they just start spreading.
So this one's crying wolf, but really it's the shepherd come to protect them. Mm-hmm. So it's not a wolf at all. It's not the wolf coming to eat them. It's the shepherd coming to protect them.
So you can see. So the shepherd is coming to protect
the flock of sheep.
The flock of sheep.
And this one misleadingly has cried wolf.
Yes.
But really this what he thought was a wolf was a happy shepherd.
You've heard it all. So yes, I just thought that's really, you know, it's something to remind us all. Do not spread news if you're uncertain of its truth. Many, many thanks for watching that. So that's my message here today. You've had two things. And if you'd like to see, somebody's asking me the book again. So the book is with illustration by Chris Riddle, Buddhism for Sheep. A very simple book, but lovely messages in it. And another good one, I love this one, is confidence must be balanced with wisdom. Confidence must be balanced with wisdom. So that's a very good one. I love it. I always read it. And there you go. Right, that's my weekend done. Right, and my warming hat. Yesterday people were happy to see me. Somebody said to me, oh, I've not seen you with a heart. So that's why sometimes it's warm. You see me. And yeah, another thing. Somebody's asking me questions. So just before that, let me bring on some people as well. Eric Osha Omolo. I'm not very good with technology, as you can see, and as well here sometimes you lose internet, so I'm gonna have to cut this one short. But later on, I'm going to. What am I doing this afternoon? Oh, this afternoon I want to. You know, I enjoy modeling as well, so I want to continue with my lovely profile. For those who are asking me what am I getting up to, and I want to just enjoy and sit next to the fireplace. That's it. So questions. Let me just quickly check the questions again. I'm trying to answer all of them, but you see I have to be careful, because if I do it so quickly I would lose some of you. Sophia, sorry, don't send voice clip right now. I can't answer voice clips. How? So the other question is, somebody's asking me, how do you get a farmhouse? That's a big topic of another day. So I'll tell you another day. That's a long topic. When we are doing, when I invite you to come here and visit, then at that stage we can discuss things like that. So I'll pass on that question for now. Another person is asking me, do you miss to come to London? I'm always in London, so I'm between the two. I'm always in London, and so I don't miss London at all. But if you were to leave and your only home was in London, in Country Farm, yes, then you would miss London, definitely. Another question coming in is, how do you get to the shops? There is nearby, it's not like London, the shops are everywhere. It's not like that. So the shops are, how many miles would you say?
1 mile away.
1 mile away, and that's the cooperative, isn't it? So you've got one or two shops, the cooperative, and also a lot of food is grown in, you can grow potatoes here, so it's sufficient really if you're here, but sometimes it can get too much, so you just quickly go and buy food in the cooperative. So it's about 1 mile, 2 miles away, and you just get what you want, and then you put it in the little fridge over there. You can't notice it's a fridge. Go in and open there, let people see. So the normal fridge, but to make it really cold, and it's such a little fridge. I don't have one of those big. It's just a little fridge, you can see here. Right, my shoe. What else? Farmhouse. It's interesting, very, very interesting. But all those questions about farmhouse can be answered when maybe around July, trying to get a date for July if it's possible. I can't promise anything for now, working on that yet. So July, if you see, I've asked you to come. The thing is, can't camp at the moment. It has to be next year for camping. Used up all the holidays you're allowed by the council. You're only allowed 28 days for people to camp. So that's the sad bit. It's the law in this country. It's just 28 days you're allowed for people to camp. And once you've used up your 28 days for people to come in, and so if you've got weddings, you can imagine weddings pay to come in, and so that's the priority because then they're paying. But if it's just for friendly and whatever, yeah, so can't camp, you can come and visit, like let's say just come and visit, and then people can stay in a hotel around nearby, and we can have a visit for 2 days. So if people came in, if we decided the tour holiday would happen on the Saturday, so pulling in a deal with the nearby hotels would be something suitable. So I'm looking into that, and perhaps that could work. And thank you for that question again. But anyway, the question is, how much would people be prepared to pay so to come in? Because you can see that it's not that straightforward to come in. So you're only allowed 28 days. So how much would people be prepared to come and enjoy country farming, if you see what I mean? Let me know, give me your answers there. What do you think? What's your suggestion? Love company, and just to break even, because to get somebody to take you around to see the whole place costs money. I couldn't be able to do that myself. I'm a good talker, but to really get it into details and to really get them explaining the right stuff and the correct stuff as an education program, in that sense, we would need to pay that person. So you can see my dilemma sometime. So in that sense, I was looking into that, and it's thinking about the package really. Thank you for that question. Thank you. Somebody else is asking me. So please. Camping, I've answered that. Camping is a good idea, but camping is not until next year. So camping is next year, but just coming in for a visit, you can pop in any time once we've agreed. But a group It's a group visit we would want. It's a group visit. Aha, somebody wants another page. So another page I've picked is train your mind. It is the source of everything. Did you hear that? Train your mind. It is the source of everything. I love that. Okay, the other question. Aha, this is another one. He likes this one and I love it. So, those who do not follow the true path to enlightenment may experience mental delusion. Princess, you would resonate with that. Those who do not follow the true path to enlightenment may experience mental dissolution. Interesting. So you can see these things have been written. And this is also a very good one as well. Special lamb chops. And he says it is necessary to gain the insight that life is impermanent. And another one is with a clear gaze reflects serenity on reality. This is a book about ships. So every time it had to be ships because in a farm you've got ships, isn't it? Is that the case, sir? And yes, somebody is saying to me if they can come and eat meat or soya, yes. But this is interesting now. It's not like in Kenya. This question is coming from Kenya. There's a special place you have to go and cut.
Abattoir.
How do I pronounce that?
Abattoir.
Abattoir. There's a special place, so again, it's not that straightforward. But yes, we eat a lot of. And if you love goat, there's this is an interesting story. Let me tell you about this story. Now, English people don't like goats, and the reason behind. Can you tell the story behind the goats?
Because they.
Is it okay if I video you telling that story,
No,
please?
no.
You just want
they jump.
Okay, start your story again. So what did you tell me?
English or British farmers don't like goats because they jump over the fence and go and eat the neighbour's roses and get themselves into trouble. So English farmers don't like goats, they prefer sheep.
So you can hear that. So if you want to eat any goat here, we've got all the goats for some of us who love goat meat. So all the Jamaicans in around here, they love coming and getting all the goats because they can cook the goats and they have goat curries. English farmers don't eat goats, so you can see why. And the reason behind that, I laughed my head off when they told me why they don't eat they don't eat goats or they don't like goats. And the reason, and what do you use goat for? You know, is it gum? You say to me gum. They make glue out of, they make glue, is it glue?
Yeah.
You make glue out of goat.
Of the delicacies.
Yes, so the delicacies is glue, and I was absolutely fascinated with that story. I was like, what? So you can see cultural shock, I could say, cultural shock. I was like, what are you talking about? We love goats, we love lamb, we love whatever. So they love, even when the lamb is really like old, like mature, they don't enjoy that. The lamb's got to be like how many months old or something like that?
12 weeks old.
12 weeks old. And as soon as it's really maturing, it becomes tough and all that. So he's a junior all the way from Kenya. Many thanks for that. And yes, and of course, beautiful Mkemdelim, Princess Odugwa, my lovely youth as well, and lady who did fashion and beauty pageant. We welcome you this afternoon. So yeah, so that story behind goat is very intriguing. And how many times do we always not wish to, as I said, it's very important to sit with someone and always be engaging with them and ourselves and learn from English people, and they also learn about our culture, interesting stories. And it's been a very interesting journey for me personally. So that answers the question for that. Chris is very interested with technology. And, Professor Chris, his child, wonderful genius founded, talks about learning as well. And very, very interesting. He's particularly interested in technology. And always is saying to me, very impressive actually. We met again last week. Was it not last week, this week or just beginning of it? We were in last week, yes, we inspire. We were there and being inspired by a program led by Bradley Chapman. So it's always good to be inspired and looking for programs that really, really help you and enable you to have growth. So if you've got people around you who are not really giving you growth, think again. So associate yourself with people who are really allowing you to grow in your life, as the little book for ships would say. That is a question I've answered. I think I've answered all the questions here today. And from me to you, have a wonderful Friday. Just making sure I've answered everyone's question. And on top of that, thank you to everyone who's turned up as well. We've got people watching from Nigeria, Kenya, and of course London. We've also got somebody from Reading. We've got somebody from Coventry. And we've got some of you, we've got somebody from Milton Keynes. We've got somebody from, different places. I'm always delighted. And that's my happy Friday, everyone. I'm going to go and say one more question. Okay. I've done it all. Hold on there. Let me bring something. Just hold me. You know, in the bedroom, there is that long thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, the long, what do you call it? That long thing next to the long, I can't remember what we call it. But just before I go, hold on. I'm bringing you something which is really in the bedroom. And I'm going to get you to have a wonderful, I can't play it, but it's in the bedroom somewhere. You don't mind holding it there. Please hold it. It doesn't. Look at this. What we call this? I can't remember. Koyabe, remind me what we call this in English. Sikumbuki. I can't. Can you blow it? I like it. I love it. You know, in Africa, this is played. Somebody can play this. And the drum. Where is the drum? Where is the drum now? Here, let's put the drum here. Where is the drum? Yes. Now you understand. Now I feel happy here on the table here. That is it now. So now I feel happy. I've shown you that. Very happy, Bunny. And the African, lovely. There you are. That's what I've been up to this afternoon. If you've got any African instruments, when we meet up in hopefully July, I would love you to bring your instruments. And I'm hoping that in one corner, we can play all these instruments. It would be nice to just watch people enjoying and having fun. So it's got to be summer. It's quite cold right now. So today, as for me, my house, and love from every single person here, and Mrs. Bedford and Dickens and every single person. David, many thanks. Geoffrey Ajengo, it's a good afternoon and good evening. And enjoy yourself. And remember, live for the universe. We found the universe here. And as we walk the journey, we are all blessed. Let us learn to have abundance. Let us love to have gratitudes in our hearts. And let us live for the moments. And enjoy yourselves. Until then, until tomorrow. speak soon. It's a goodbye from me, African Wonder Woman. Many thanks again. Daryl, you've joined me the last 3 days. I appreciate you for joining in. Bye-bye for now.